You may know what a battery electric vehicle or BEV is. These cars can emit zero emissions when driving. You may also be aware of full and plug-in hybrids, which act as a bridging technology from internal combustion engines to all electric vehicles. But did you know that there's another powertrain that is also a sustainable alternative to petrol and diesel for those not quite ready to make the full jump to EVs? In this video, we'll explain what it is, how it works, and what its benefits and drawbacks are. I'm AutoVista24 journalist Tom Hooker, here to explain LPG. LPG stands for liquified petroleum gas. It's a type of liquid gas that can be used in a variety of applications, including automotive. It comes as propane, butane, or a mixture of the two. It's the byproduct of the processing of a natural gas liquid or the refining of crude oil, also known as petroleum. LPG used to be burnt off and discarded after this process, but now it's recognised as a resourceful low-carbon fuel. An LPG vehicle, as you can probably guess, runs on this fuel. You fill it up just like you would for a petrol and diesel vehicle, with an LPG pump at a fuel station. There are two different ways to make an LPG vehicle. It can be factory designed by the car maker to run on the fuel. Alternatively, most petrol and diesel cars can undergo an LPG conversion, usually carried out by an aftermarket company. This involves adding components such as a large fuel tank with piping that attaches it to the petrol engine. These tanks vary in size, ranging from 30 litres up to 140 litres. Some sit in the spare wheel well, and others take up more room in the boot. The gas is put through a filter like petrol, while a pressure regulator protects the system. LPG vehicles are dual-fuel cars, which means they can run on LPG but still use petrol or diesel when required. An example of this is when first setting off, as the car needs to start running on petrol or diesel before the optimum temperature has been reached. Petrol or diesel are also sometimes needed in the combustion process, so you still need to have one of these two fossil fuels in your tank. Apart from this, LPG vehicles operate in the same way as an internal combustion engine model. LPG is the #1 alternative automotive fuel in Europe, with over 8.5 million registered vehicles in the EU and more than 30,700 fuel stations, representing 77% of the existing alternative fuel fleet. But what are the benefits and drawbacks of this fuel type? Find out after this short message. If you're enjoying this video, then be sure to subscribe to the AutoVista24 channel. Here you can find more explainer videos, vehicle launch reports, event coverage and webinar content. You can also find the latest market analysis and more on autovista24.com. While you're there, don't forget to sign up for the free daily newsletter email. Let's get back to the video. One of the biggest benefits of an LPG vehicle is its sustainability. Compared to petrol, LPG-fueled vehicles emit 21% less carbon dioxide, 62% less nitrogen oxides, and 90% less particulate matter. Compared to diesel, it emits 96% less nitrogen oxides and 92% less particulate matter. Although not more fuel efficient than petrol or diesel, LPG fuel normally costs around half the price of petrol. This means the more you drive, the more you can save. LPG is also a safer fuel than petrol. It can ignite just as easily, however, it is stored in a thick steel tank. Because it's a liquid gas, it's not kept at a high pressure, and in the case of a leak, it evaporates, making it a low-risk fuel. Furthermore, LPG-fueled cars are quieter than diesel engines. However, there are some drawbacks to this drivetrain. Conversions can be expensive depending on the car and how easy it is to convert, costing as much as £2,000 in the UK. Also, due to their small volume in the majority of Europe's new and used car markets, refuelling infrastructure is lacking compared to petrol, diesel and EV powertrains. If you live in a rural area, this can make it tricky to find a refuelling station nearby. This means consumers will be less likely to try the technology, keeping its market share low, which in turn provides little stimulus to build more LPG refuelling stations. Additionally, it can be challenging for customers to find the right car, as there aren't any new factory-fitted LPG models in some European countries such as the UK. This rarity can cause further costs if something goes wrong with the vehicle or when it's being serviced. Lastly, adding the LPG fuel tank means extra weight for your car, which can become problematic if it's already underpowered or a heavy vehicle. Now, unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks very much for watching, and see you next time.